Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. If you've got a truck, get it over to Omni and load up on mulch, topsoil, sand, and more. 631-756-1125 is the phone number. The website, omnitruevalue.com. And Tempest by Weatherflow. Get the revolutionary Tempest weather system, and you can join the fastest growing observing weather network on the planet. Perfect gift for Father's Day, and they've got all sorts of other weather electronics and some weather fashion. Use the referral link on the descriptor to this video and use the coupon code Joe and Joe Weather Show. Get 10% off on your purchase. So we've got our eyes on the radars this afternoon and into this evening. There's a rather large area of showers and even some embedded thunderstorms in this mess that you see from western New York across much of Pennsylvania. And actually, from the standpoint of how dry it's been, especially in Pennsylvania, this is welcome in terms of the rainfall. And we'll probably see some more cells begin to develop. We're starting to see some hints of cells forming in northeastern Maryland and over Delaware. This radar is as of 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and that little red dot that comes and goes, that was actually a little bit of a tornado warning that popped up not too far from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So likely to see some severe weather today going into this evening and the first part of tonight. The Storm Prediction Center actually has pushed up their slight risk of severe weather up to about Route 195 in New Jersey and covering southeast PA, and they've pushed the marginal risk up to the Hudson Valley, southwest Connecticut, and over Long Island. The slight risk goes down into eastern North Carolina. We should also point out that there's an area of risk from Texas east across the Gulf states to Georgia, and slight to a small area of enhanced risk for severe weather there, and another small area of slight risk southeastern Colorado and northeastern Mexico. What's happening is we have a warm front that's moving northward. The warm sector to the south is fairly well established, dew points in the mid to upper 60s. Temperatures moving up into the 80s. This map was from earlier today. This was the 11 a.m. analysis from WPC. Low pressure is sitting right over the eastern shores of Lake Erie, not too far from Niagara Falls. The trailing cold front runs south through western Pennsylvania, down through western Virginia, western North Carolina, across North Georgia, and then south from there into southern Mississippi, and it will continue to progress on to the east. And this is what it looks like on the satellite. And we're seeing sunshine breaking out now in areas across New Jersey and up to about New York City. And that'll probably spread northward until this cold front swings away to the east. We're seeing the lightning flashes in eastern Carolina. Lightning strikes there. Also, some lightning strikes across Oklahoma and into North Texas. This low is going to be part of another upper air storm that's going to be sitting in the Northeast for a couple of days. It may not be as stubborn as the one last week. And that brings us to the idea of the smoke issue, because the wildfires are still going. And from this perspective, where we can see Canada, you'll notice that the areas of dust and smoke in the pinkish purple over the Great Lakes, the Ohio Valley down into Tennessee. We're somewhat shielded from this today because of the fact that we have a southerly flow both at the surface and aloft, and that does not come from a smoke source. And of course, we're going to continue to watch what's going on up in Alberta province, because you can see there's more uh, purple and pink up there as well as over Hudson Bay. So we've got smoke there. We'll have to see how it reacts to the upper air pattern going forward during the week. It's not as easy trying to figure out what the smoke is going to do as opposed to what weather fronts are going to do. And WPC's rainfall forecast for the next 7 days, we have an update. 3/4 of an inch to an inch and a half for the northeast, northern mid-Atlantic states and northern Ohio Valley. Several inches to, in some cases, many inches, 6 inches or more in a small portion there in eastern Alabama, but a fairly large area of 3, 4, and 5 inch rainfalls from northeast Mississippi eastward into Georgia and touching parts of South Carolina as well. So it's this type of pattern is very much favorable for heavier rainfalls across the Gulf states because of how far south the jet stream is. All right, let's take a look at what we can expect for the next 5 days. We'll use the GFS model this afternoon, and here's the latest run. We'll get these showers and thunderstorms to roll through tonight. I've been of the opinion that the risk area should be shifted further north up into upstate New York. This is what the models seem to be showing this afternoon and evening. So even though the marginal risk goes up maybe to about the middle Hudson Valley, it may actually extend it further to the north. And remember, marginal means isolated severe thunderstorms. Light risk, probably more clusters of severe thunderstorms. That front moves through. Low pressure that we said is in western New York at the moment goes up to the north and northwest to the northern lakes and just sort of spins around. And that brings a couple of other fronts through. No issues tomorrow. I think we'll have sunshine. We'll be in the mid 70s to around or just over 80. A front's going to come through on Wednesday, maybe some showers and thunderstorms Wednesday afternoon when that front goes by. You can see the heavier rains and thunderstorms at the same time going through the deep south. That front goes out, and then yet another front will arrive sometime. Looks like Thursday night into Friday morning. It might need an extra push to get it through Friday afternoon, so there could be some lingering showers around during the day on Friday before we head into the Father's Day weekend, which Saturday, kind of iffy. If there's a low in the Gulf of Maine, we might have clouds and some showers around. Sunday looks a bit better, although there will be a weather system that'll be approaching and trying to pass by sometime Sunday night. So there'll be at least some dry time during the Father's Day weekend. The Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight, of course, will discuss all of this and so much more. So be sure to tune in at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time right here on my YouTube channel.